Hello.
Welcome everyone. We're doing a new profit maker strategy session with y'all. We're going to discuss trade strategies, specifically focusing on Funko and Compass Pathways. So these were two ideas that were surfaced out of the Dumb Money TV community, creation by Chris Camillo. So how we do strategy there is and research is we look at what's going on, in social and what's being unseen by Wall Street and other trends, and we look at a lot of Google Trends data and stuff like that to kind of surface some ideas. And so these two ideas were getting a lot of traction in the community. Actually, Funko was surfaced by the community directly. Someone posted a great idea on it. And with Compass Pathways, psychedelics is a trend that's going to be happening. And Chris and the rest of the Dumb Money crew took positions in CMPS. I did some research this weekend on it, and I will go into that a little bit right now and touch on Funko as well. And then we'll look at the little technicals and then transition to Mitt to talk about. I'll talk about my positions, and then Mitt will talk about trade ideas. So let me
Into
share here.
Ninja, right? We'll get right into the Ninja after that.
Get her in the right in the ninja, yeah. So Funko having an amazing day today. So we'll yeah. So I'll just go to Funko straight up. So this is the idea that was posted in the Dumb Money channel, high conviction trades. So basically, he had this thesis of like Funko being depressed because of COVID, and normally it outperforms every September. Um, they make a lot of money from movies and conventions and whatnot, um, and so it's down year to date, but in quarter three of 2020, it beat earnings, and Wall Street still isn't kind of paying attention to that. Um, Another thing about Funko, it's like every person I know that's in Funko has hundreds of these Funko things. My cousin in Australia, he has like $8,000 worth of Funkos, and he sold like a Funko for $400 the other day. So there's a cult aspect to it, right? And when I say cult, I use that in a good term. So there's the Peloton cult, CrossFit, vegan cult, Bitcoin cult. I'm in that. So you want companies that have or things that have a cult because they're passionate users and they help with the marketing of it and adoption. Um, so there's a lot of social stuff posted in this document, and I'll share the link later in Jellyfish Trades or in premium selling. And but down here, yeah. So there's a lot of searches for Funko Mandalorian coming up, and this is sustained growth and something that Chris talks about on his. That's a really great looking Google Trends chart. So interest is been picking up the last several months. Um, Gigantic spike here for Harry Potter. Um, and these were kind of sustained spikes too. So potentially another sustained spike happening. He mentions his concerns and whatnot. But again, I'll show this full doc later. So yeah, here's a company. If you know what Funko is, they make toys for movies and games and other like popular cultural things. So and they do limited runs. So kind of they'll make a run, and then you can't get that pop anymore. So it's kind of like a scarcity thing built in. So that's why it works really well with the collecting community. So that's Funko. Now I'm switching genres, themes over to Compass Pathways. So what they're into is mental health. So
Let's Leon, I have an idea. You know,
yeah,
let's go ahead and just go over the Funko trades that are
okay,
there that we see, and then we'll come to Compass Pathways right after that, and talk about Compass Pathways. So the
yep,
whole idea is, I really want to, give a big powwow to Dumb Money because they're staying on top of these trends in the market. So I definitely admire the thesis process that you just showed the community, and that's amazing, effort that's been taking place. So I think perspective, we will just focus on trade strategies. So we'll just share the document. Is the document out there in Funko? Can people see it?
Yeah, it's here. I can post it right now. Make it the link.
Yeah, just put it in a PDF or something. Just put in a PDF and share it in the Dumb Money channels, because I think they probably will enjoy reading that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the high conviction trade channel. So in the Dumb
Okay.
Money Discord, yeah, it's already there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's perfect. And those who are in Profit Makers, they will already have it in our channels anyway. So we post
Yeah.
that in our channel anyway. Yeah. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
Shout out to Ashar, who was the guy who found the idea.
Okay. Cool.
From that yeah. So here, let's look at the technicals right now. So
Yeah.
the highest it's ever got was $30, and then here was 27, and then of course there was a little bleed off, and then we had COVID. So then it hasn't rallied as much as other stocks, but we're clearly seeing some more demand pickup, and those Google trends are starting to kick in. We have an ascending triangle here, which is bullish. I bought a call. So when it was still like $6.50, I was looking out in May and then February, and I saw it at 750. So I took a position in there, bought 20 calls up to 21 now. And on this is TradingView, by the way, if you haven't used it before, the best tool for technical analysis and charting. So on here I can go and I can add a vertical line, a horizontal line for where my strike price is, and so I can get a visual of space and time. Like, okay, where I'm at, how far am I? Is the momentum looking good? You know, like how is this shot going to be a 3-pointer kind of thing? And we're already in the money today, so that's a
It
really
looks
good.
like, based on the chart, it looks like it's breaking out, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it already broke. It's already broke this last high back in June.
Okay.
Yeah, and we got like increasing buy volume here. So this is the volume indicator, very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the patterns breaking. They had I think earnings just happened. Yeah, November 5th.
Okay.
And yeah, they beat like 300% growth or something like that. Yeah.
So let's it looks like there's at least a bullish bias based on the technical analysis that you're presenting. So and again, that is one approach of looking at it, right? That it's bullish to a certain degree, right? So okay, let's go ahead and jump into our option trade. Now I'm going to share my screen on Funko, and let's see what we can find. Let's get the ball rolling. So let me go ahead and share. Let's see, Tasty Works. That is my platform. Let's go ahead and hit trade, and let's look at Funko. Okay. So on Funko, let's see, what contracts did you opt for? Did you go February, I think?
Yeah, February the 750.
The 750. Okay. So first few things, my clear observations of this is obviously because of the price of the stock, there's not too many contracts out there. They're just growing in $2.50 increments, right? Kind of thing. So it's not like like a flurry of a bunch of contracts. So you just have few levels to deal with. So let's go ahead and look at the extrinsic value that you have purchased, 93 cents. Okay, that sounds fair. There's 11 right there. Okay, so let me go ahead and say that it's probably fair to say, and probably fair to say that if you have a long-term bullish bias, if you have a very long-term bullish bias on Funko, a better contract than the 750 would be the $5 in the money. The reason I say that is because you can see the delta is 92, which means it is getting closer to the stock, the stock movement. when we approach the 1 delta, that means it behaves like a stock, right? So a $5 one is probably a better approach if you're doing a long term. If you're doing a short term, I think it's fair to do the 750 because you're just trying to quickly swing it with a bat and get out of it, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, long term but this becomes very pricey though. It's like $2.95 per contract, so not a whole lot of people can afford it. And it's probably preferable to buy this. And then those who really want to just kind of take their chances on Funko going like to maybe 20 or 30 from the current levels. Right now it's trading at 778. And they just want to be so random about it. They can go ahead and buy the $10 call, which is dirt cheap. It's not too expensive, So that's kind of the idea here. So anyone can pick any of these three contracts if they're bullish on it. Uh, so that being said, let's go to the ninja now. Okay, what's the ninja? Okay, the ninja is when I come in, I like to come in with a conservative approach to the trade. Okay, I've heard about Funko. I'm not too well educated like Leon is on Funko as a company. I do not have a cousin that owns Funko toys. So I'm not going to go ahead and dive in too deep. I'm going to take a different approach. So I still want to write it though, Leon. So let's see what is a good strategy for me, right? So a good strategy for me in this situation is, and let me look at the extrinsic value right here, is I feel comfortable uh, that this point, and this is 101 days out, so it's not going to decay as fast in theta. It will start decaying faster once we're in 45 days and below. So that being said, I would ideally feel comfortable. Let me see here. Let me look at the May contracts. How do they look like? And yeah, like, is this like a long-term strategy for Chris and them, Leon?
So I don't believe Chris or them have looked at Funko yet, but you know what? That's a good point. I should actually text Chris. Hey, look at Funko. For me though, so with my calls, I got in at 68 cents.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of exiting either end of November or in December. But I mean, depending on if we were like really deep in the money by then, I'll hold into January. But
Okay. So
yeah,
now it's already up. So the question we need to be asking ourselves is, do we want to ride it further up at this point, right? So then, yeah, then I feel like, okay, so I have a cool idea. How about this, right? Um, just in case it moves up, right? Further, I'm going to go ahead and instead of doing the February, I'm going to do the May call a little further out. And this is now me just trying to take a very bullish bias, long-term kind of thing. So I'm going to do the 1250 call. I'm going to buy this call right here instead. And the reason I'm thinking about this is because it is really far out, 192 days. It will hold its extrinsic value for a while. It's not going to decay as fast because it's 192 days out. But this is costing me how much? 60 cents, right? So it's costing me about, hold on, 65 cents. So let me go ahead and say 65 cents right here. Okay, so let me see. I may jump into 5 contracts right there. Let's see if I can get a fill on it. May have to.
I'm doing the same thing. I just got filled 5 contracts at 65.
You got in at 65. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get 70. Okay.
Oh, sorry, dude. I totally front run you.
That's fine,
No
man.
volume on this.
It's okay. Wait till you see my
I thought we
ninja.
clicked at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, it looks like did it show me at 65? No. So let me try 70 and see. Okay. So I got in at 70. Okay. Now let me do my ninja on top of this. Okay. So I'm paying 70 bucks per contract on this. Okay. But now I don't know whether this is going to do well or not, right? So since I bought this, let me go in a little bit closer in. Let me see what December has to offer. Not much. You think it's going to hold the 750 at least at this point, Leon, at least through December?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna hold 750 for a while. Yeah, well, but we're just having this breakup now, and it's going up. No, yeah, this it's gonna break up hard. So right now it's still only on the technicals, but right now all we're seeing is a breakout. So once the breakout happens, we have to wait for consolidation, a little bit correcting and a little bit of sideways to kind of figure out, see
Okay.
what could come next.
Okay, then let me do something a little bit more conservative. How does it? Do you think it will hold the $5 at least?
Oh yeah, I
Five
don't think
dollars,
we're going.
pretty down, right? Down there, right?
Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're just going to go down to $5.
Well, $5. So let me ask you this question about the $5. Will it like will it consolidate to $5? Like that's pretty low to consolidate, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah, $5. Yeah, no, the $5 that would be like the company's like all their employees got coronavirus or something, because $5 that's breaking this ascending triangle pattern. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Okay, so I run you on this one actually, Leon. What I did is I sold a put at $5. Okay, which means that I'm going to collect approximately 15 cents. So let me actually go back to my filled orders and share the trade. So I'm collecting 15 cents on that, 15 cents. So pretty much what I'm doing is, even though I bought the 70 call, I'm financing it by a 15-cent put. So that 70 call that I bought for long-term in FNKO is getting paid partially. So I'm reducing my cost basis by putting the sell put on $5 FNKO in the shorter term expiration. So this is a very bullish bias for us, which means that we have to see this go up. We will start losing money if it goes below, definitely goes below $5. So the idea
Yeah,
here,
so
I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to lose, up to, 70 minus $15, which is 55, right? So pretty much I'm technically buying this call for 55. And obviously this comes with an investment and this one comes with a cost. So
yeah, so how much you have locked up? You have 5 times 5 locked up, right?
correct.
Okay.
And worst case on the sell put side, Leon, is that I will be forced to buy FNKO at $5, and I'm fine with that. And I'm collecting $15 per contract, so 15 times 5 is 75. So best way to say it, my cost basis for this would be $4.85. So I think that's a fair price to pick up FNKO if it happened to go down further. Fair enough. Like $4.85.
That would be a great price to pick it up for long term. Yeah, 485.
No, now here's the cool thing, Leon. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this one because it's very bullish in nature. I've still done it because that's like a gamble bet for me. But this right here is actually a ninja trade, which means we're going to collect $15 on a very low investment, which is a good ROI. And we'll be walking away with a good ROI, or be forced to purchase at $4.85. So that is FNKO, right? Pretty much. So this is kind of a quick strategy discussion on FNKO. We're not recommending this trade. We're not telling people to get into this trade. This is what I have done, and this is what I feel comfortable. You have the option to pick and choose different strikes and expiry dates. So let's move on to the next one, Leon. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the next one is Compass Pathways. Let me share the screen here. So this is a company that specializes in mental health with psychedelic medicine, right? So we have this green wave that's starting to happen. The next thing on the list is psychedelic medicine being legal everywhere in the US. That is coming. It's coming within 10 years or so. So this is like the Social Arb kind of like, you know, futurist kind of like lookout on it. And of all the companies, so I started doing research this weekend. I haven't put a doc together yet, but I will be soon. And I will share this great video. Here's the CEO. He has this great interview, which yeah, again, I'll share in Dumb Money and Profit Makers. Well, he goes over why he's not trying to commercialize you know, psychedelic medicine per se. He's just trying to, like, you know, get this out there to people because he's experienced the benefits of it, and so have I. So, you know, I suffered from depression for many years. One heroic dose, no more. So what they're focused on at the moment is trials. So their phase 2 trial should end sometime in the summer, and then they're doing phase 3 after that. Right now they are doing therapist training. So there's a program for their therapists to go through. I emailed them to try to find out what the cost is because they're trying to find out their revenue streams and whatnot. But so far it's just research and therapist training. And they've raised a lot of money, like several tens of millions of dollars. And their market cap.
Can we go to the chart? Let's see what this.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
there.
that chart. So
Yeah.
this is Neo and FNKO, and this is their chart right here. So they just IPO'd back in end of September or middle of September.
Okay.
So big, yeah, huge buy up, and then see, it has not retraced 50%. So this is really good. If I do, so we are still above the golden ratio. So the price has come out. It's been out for about 2.5 months or so, basically kind of going sideways at the moment. And as I was digging research on this company, this is a company I kind of wanted to hold longer term because I really believe in what they do, and this is a future business I want to get into myself. And I was looking at their options, and what I saw was I didn't really see much options with a lot of volume and liquidity until today. Oh yeah, I'll let you show that. But I did buy some shares of Compass, and I did buy a call that May $50 call. So really far out, and all of a sudden it had like 2,000 in volume or open interest, one of those. So I do have a bullish bias on them.
Okay.
But yeah, conviction isn't as heavy as FNKO and Neo. So still have more research to do.
What are good levels? Like, so it did that breakout. Like, we have strong momentum. Like, so that I think maybe what is a good support there?
Yeah, so support. So here's the range from 31 to 41. We're kind of in the middle of that range right now.
31 to 40.
Also 34. There's a lot of like activity here. So 34 seems like a good level of support. And this is the 4 hour. Let me actually go to a bigger chart.
I think biotech stocks are pretty tough to trade, you know, in my opinion. I'm not a
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's kind of like if they don't make their phase trials and then it just like it's like in my opinion, it's like a pump and dump kind of thing sometimes. It's So we have to be very careful on this one.
Yeah, I usually don't trade medical for that reason.
Yeah.
So again, the stock is out very recently, so there's not much data to go on. So this is the 15-minute chart.
Okay.
So this is what we're seeing right now. So let me put the support.
Okay. Do you think?
So again,
So I don't want to be like like you probably bought the stock. That's fine. People can do that. The way I'm seeing this, just being like an innovative, they're getting a lot of funding. It has a potential of moving up. I'll have to do more vetting for my like into the futures strategy to see if we can put this in as a long-term position. So for into the futures, it still needs vetting for me. But just to play this out well, what are the odds? Let's see, 25.
I only bought one call too. Normally I buy like 10, 20, but I only bought one call on this.
You just bought one call just to see if it kind of makes it like headwind, right? You think it's going to go back and touch at that 31?
I just want to quickly highlight they have an analyst price target of 65. 31. Again, this is so early on that there is a chance that it hits it, but they'll probably find support at 33 or 34 first before, yeah.
Okay, so I think just taking a conservative approach at this, let me see. Maybe what I can do here is.
And they have earnings in 2 days.
Have earnings in 2 days.
Yeah,
oh
expected
boy.
to be negative 50 cents, 55 cents.
Yeah, in 2 days, man, this can go anywhere. Earnings kind of, but like they have a price target of 65, which means, can you go to openinsider.com? I'm just curious. Yeah. I'm just curious see what the insiders are doing. Okay, we don't. We don't have insights there right now. It's a new company, so we don't have any SEC filings from insiders buying a bunch of stake at all at this point. So yeah, this is like a shot in the dark. So let me go into the option side. Let me share my screen in the option side now and see what we can play here. So to kind of go over the strategy here. The whole idea here is, let's see, can you see my screen? Did it come through? Okay, let's see. We can go ahead and man, let's see. You know what? It's probably just fair to go. Let me look at the deltas real quick here. I like this. Anything less than 16 delta is something I enjoy trading. So this is in 10 days. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just for the fun of it, 0.40, right? Maybe. Now this is something. This is a very very risky trade in my opinion. So it's taking my chances through earnings. So I'm being hopeful that the earnings is pretty decent. But is it fair, Leon? Just tell me this. If I try to let me do this. So let me see if I can get a fill on this. Nope. Yeah, this is not too liquid market either, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing. There wasn't much liquidity on these options. That's why I only bought one call and just shares.
Yeah, it's not going to negotiate with me at all. Oh, it did. So it gave me. So here's what I did on this one, Leon. I just went ahead and sold a put at 30. Okay, which means that if it stays above $30, I'm going to go ahead and collect $35 per contract. Okay. But the total investment is pretty, since it's hard to borrow, which means they're going to hold up the full capital. It's going to be pretty much almost close to $3,000 at this point. So that being said, I have 10 days to make $35 on a. Let me be
That
precise.
one,
Like, how much investment is it taking? Let's see. CMPS, where are you?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
two
just
2000.
slightly above 1%.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, it's slightly above 1%. So I think, yeah, it's not that great of a trade, but if it does, CMPS, if it does stay above $30, we'll make that. Otherwise, we'll be forced to buy the shares at 29.60 something. I think
That's a great entry.
that is a great entry. You think so? Because
Yeah.
like you say that there is a chance it probably hover around 33, 34, but then the bottom support is like at 31, right? So we're just going a little bit below the bottom support kind of thing, right? Fair enough, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like,
I would love to own this stock at $29.
yeah, yeah, if I can own it $29, yeah, it's a bargain. So yeah, and worst case, it'll earn a little bit over 1% return, in 10 days. If you annualize it, that's significant. So if we find more of these type of trades, and you keep rotating through every 10 days, it's a nice annualized return. So I think it's fair enough to earn like 1 point something in 10 days, but it's not the best trade. Okay. And I'm not going to ride on the call with you on this one because it's biotech. I don't like swinging my way through biotech stocks. So I'm not a big fan of it. But now let's go ahead and open it up for questions for premium members. So the premium members here, are welcome to ask questions on these two trades. Ask us anything you'd like to on this trade so that we can at least voice over on it.
I have a question, actually a couple of questions.
Yeah.
First, can you hear me properly?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. On the FNKO, the trade you did was earnings week. I think the May is the earnings week. There's earnings
Yeah,
in...
It already happened, I think.
Yeah, it already happened. They had like a 300% increase on something. Let me find that stock again.
No, the one you bought the call, Mitt bought the call in May.
Yeah, the earnings has already happened.
Okay.
The earnings happened, I think, November 5th, right, Leon?
No, the next quarter earnings I'm talking about. The one you just bought some calls, there's earnings in May. Would that make any difference?
No, yeah, we don't. If there's earnings happening in the next few weeks, we would be a little bit concerned. But if it's all the way in May, like we're going to go through.
No, you bought some calls in May. That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is that if there's an earnings in May, we're going to be making a decision on that contract way before May, right? So,
good.
So let me address this, right? When you're buying a really far out contract, doesn't mean that we're wanting to hold through May. It just means that we have a contract through May. But to honor your question, right? If I had earnings coming up very close, right? I have to make sure I have to account for major moves in that stock because something major could happen to that stock and be impacted, right? So I have to be cognizant of the earnings if it's happening in the short term at this point.
Yeah,
I was watching.
I'm looking at the chart. Oh.
Go ahead.
I was going to say May 11th is the earnings, but yeah,
right. That's what I was saying.
Exit before.
Yeah. So to even say that CMPS earnings is in 2 days, okay? So we've taken a risk there.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, because
so in 2 days the earnings is going to happen. So if it goes up, we'll quickly make our $34. If it doesn't go up, we at
Then
least
you hold this stock.
we hold the stock at a cheaper price. Yeah.
Yeah. Other FNKO I was watching, like Leon, somebody put it there last week. Maybe 2 weeks ago, somebody put it there in dump money. And I don't know what time to jump and what time to exit. That's my problem was. And I jump on other like a VSTO. Those Leon knows about that trade, VSTO, as well as Neo. I jumped on maybe I jumped on the wrong time, and I'm stuck there in a couple of trades. So how? I mean, I like Chris' ideas and everything, but what is the exit strategy? When he exit, we don't know what he's exiting. Nobody knows when he exit. And after 2-3 days, we know when he's exiting.
So let's put it very clear, Kulvinder. Okay, he shares his exits on the YouTube channels when he's doing them, or when he's done them in Discord. He will share it. He shares his screenshots on his existing positions and all that. The whole idea here is that, and I'm a strong believer of this, right? Is you can never time to someone else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to make your own decision. I understand that point. I'm not gonna copy. I cannot copy. That's like a cheating. Cheating, you cannot win. I know that for sure.
No, no,
you know.
So because of that, I like premium selling better. Okay, that's why I like premium selling better.
I'm asking this, Leon too. What is the strategy he use when it's time to get out of this? Is it 10% or 20%? His profit is like. Does he have any benchmark on that?
So yeah, I'll touch on that. So the VTSO I didn't touch, so I can't speak too much to that. But so let's separate Chris and then everyone else. So this is how Chris trades. He does social arb. Basically, he sees information that hasn't been disseminated to everyone else. Wall Street's not paying attention. That's when he gets in the trade. He doesn't care about the price or percentage or anything. He only exits the trade when he feels like everyone else knows about it. That's when he exits it. But for me, so for example, the Neo thing, I posted that idea and sent it to Chris. Right. There's going to be a show about it in a week or so. So and I entered it, and it all depends on the momentum of the stock and where we're going, right? So, and the momentum in the case of Neo was amazing. Like I'm deep in the money already, and we're not even like in December yet, right? So in that scenario, I'm looking to hold longer term. Again, I'm not thinking about a price or percentage. I'm just like, I'm going to hold longer term, and I'm seeing what events are along that timeline, and then I'll take my exit, because I mean, I'm already up over 300%, so I could take profits now, but I don't want to. We have so much momentum carrying this. So I want to keep holding it longer. A different trade. So let's see. So Peloton, he talked about on the show.
Right.
I got in like a little after him, and again with my trading on the buy side, I buy 3 to 4 months out, so I have plenty of time. So there's plenty of time for dips and whatnot to ride out. And then again, there I don't have a percentage or a price target to exit. It's just it's where I feel comfortable, right? And it should be where the trader feels comfortable of like, you know what, I'm happy with this 10-20%, you know. But again, if you're in a bullish bias trade, a high conviction trade, even if it goes down like $1,800, you want to like,
you still can
hold through that.
Yeah. For example, Neo, do you also own some stocks, or you just own some calls only?
It's mostly like 90% the calls, but I did start buying a few more shares, but very little shares.
And I'm trying to get him out of the share business. So.
And when you say Neo long term, are you looking at 2-3 years or 5 years or 1 year long term? What you mean long term then?
In my humble opinion, they are like the Tesla of China. So I mean, this is a $100 plus stock in the future. Now, when that hits that price, I have
nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have a lot of stocks. I bought Neo. I'm making good money, but I was thinking, is it time to pull the plug out, or God knows? I mean, what's going to happen? Their earnings are coming on the 17th, hopefully, right? The 17th. So we'll see.
Earnings is coming on 17th, and all indicators are pointing to a really good earnings. But again, anything can happen on earnings. You know, we're waiting on stimulus check to come out, and that's going to pump up more stuff. And then we have Neo Day, January 9th. So yeah.
So Kulvinder, let me give you a little word of wisdom here, okay? That I've been teaching the Profit Makers community, and a few folks here can vouch for this. You know, as you communicate and interact with the community more, is we believe in product coming before the strategy, not strategy coming before the product. Anytime you see yourself doing the other way around, where you're setting yourself a strategy before the product, you may be setting yourself up for failure. Because if you set a limit saying that, okay, I just want to make 50% or 25%, yeah, you may do good in that strategy, but every product, which is a stock or a company, behaves differently, right? So you will start realizing over time, and it's not rocket science, but you'll start realizing over time that, oh, this stock, I should have waited for that 75%, or I could have done this. So always look at each potential trade differently, not just set price target levels on that basis. So that's just our humble suggestion in that sense. Yeah, and
makes sense.
Yeah. But any other questions, anyone on FNKO or?
Yeah, Mitt. I just had a question for you. For the last thing that you did for the May 21st, was that the $5 sell put?
Yes.
Okay, for 55 cents.
Yeah, I that's a really good ROI, I think.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but it dropped down to 35 real quick. So,
no, actually, let me tell you what price we got in at. We did it at, so we sold a $5 put in February 19th.
Oh, February. What? I thought you did the May 21st one.
The May 21st one, we bought a call there.
Oh, you bought a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for May, I think it's 35-cent put. I think for that one, for $5 put, I think 35 cents.
Yeah, there's 35 cents for the May one, but I don't feel comfortable on that one because it's too far
so
out.
You bought that. So you bought that 1250 put, or call rather.
Yeah. So the best way to think about it is I bought a call, 12.5 call, May 21st, 192 days away. Okay. So if momentum kicks in and pushes it higher, this call contract will make money as it goes up, right? And it's a cheap contract. It's not too expensive. The put that I sold, is February 19, which is 101 days out. And on that one, I'm just betting that it'll stay above $5 pretty much. And I'm collecting 15 cents on it, not 35 cents.
Okay, 15.
So 15 cents is $15. So I'm paying 70 bucks.
Why 15 though? Did it just jump to 35?
No, it did not jump to 35, John.
Mitt's talking about FNKO. Like, John, were you asking about CMPS?
I think it's on FNKO still, right, John? Just to clarify.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so February 19th, the sell put is 15 cents, not 35 cents.
The sell put for the $5?
Yeah.
For February 19th? Oh, I'm looking at May 21st. I'm sorry.
That's what I was saying. He was looking at May.
February 19th.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. So it's at 10 now.
There you go. See the power of this video.
We already got $5.
Mitt, can I intervene for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah. What do you think about Target? Their earnings are coming this week on the 20th.
We're going to talk about those in our coffee sessions. So premium members only. This call was just designed for FNKO and CMPS.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
No worries. Yeah, let's save that for our coffee sessions.
What time is that going to be?
It's going to be after market hours.
Okay, 3 o'clock. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going